Paul, how much can we look at Korea and Japan as examples of what our future is going to look like? We do have one benefit. We're multicultural society, so we can import a lot of immigrants to help with the fertility rate, and you kind of show that in the book. But how is sort of what Japan and South Korea facing now going to be our future?
Well, I think I also say in the book, first of all, we've been fortunate that we've been able to change, to shore our demography up. But this is not, the endless mass immigration is not sustainable politically, and it's not sustainable in lots of other ways. But that has been a stopgap for us in a way. Japan has chosen not to, or Korea, and actually they don't want it. But also, I think it'd be very hard. It is very hard for people to assimilate into Japanese and Korean cultures. I vaguely know someone whose family's Korean, have been in Japan for generations, and they're still viewed as sort of very foreign by the Japanese. So what we see with Japan is growing and growing government debts. Like here in Britain, we've got 100% of GDP, debt to GDP. In Japan, it's like 250%. So someday the Japanese will just stop. The whole thing will stop being funded. We see a huge drop off in Japan's patents, new ideas. It's not the creative country it was. We see a real dramatic decline in its GDP growth. Japan was like the second economy of the world, and now it's just slipping and slipping and slipping. I haven't been to Japan, I've been to Korea, but everyone tells me it's still a great country and it functions. But a previous prime minister said there will be societal collapse, and there will be. And if you go out to the villages, they must be abandoned. The whole sense of the society just consolidating into a single city. And Korea is behind Japan in the sense they got low fertility later, but it's moving faster. So they're only having perhaps 3/4, 2/3 of a child per couple. So I think they are the laboratories of the future. In many ways, they're successful and cohesive countries, but they are heading for problems. I can't see how they will be thriving and succeeding, and already we can see they're becoming more sclerotic. And roll it forward, Japan's already at a point where it's got 2 workers per retiree. Roll that forward to 1 to 1 towards the end of the century. Don't see how they're going to function. And sometime between now and then, the wheels are going to come off.
You don't see AI or technology kind of.
Well, no, I mean, I as I say, I don't think that will substitute for all the hands-on jobs needed, particularly in an aging society.
Paul, this does worry me a bit because it seems like if sensible people don't come together with solutions, then we could see just more political radicalism. Like in Korea, you've got the 4B movement, don't you, amongst the women? And then you also had I think the most recent prime minister tried to have a military coup in a democracy like Korea, which is like very much unheard of. So are we going to slide towards just more crazy politics?
Well,
like
it was the president, but
yeah.
Yes, I can see the problems. I can see where the pressures are going to come. But I don't think from the perspective of demography, I'm able to foretell a party will emerge for young women, or the young will go onto the street. I don't think that's the way history works. I think you can look back and understanding the demographic pressures can inform you to understand what happened. And you can see so I can see what the politics of the 2030s, 2040s might look like in this country, and what sort of issues there are going to be intergenerationally with the government debt, with a shrinking workforce, with the pressure on the one hand, people don't want more mass immigration. On the other hand, there'll be a shortage of workers. So I can see all these pressures playing out. But does that mean that it's going to be Jeremy Corbyn or Nigel Farage or someone else? I just don't think that I'm not a prophet.